Hi, guys. We're going to go live to talk about camps today. We have both in person and online options. And let me get Jillian on here, who's our studio manager, who'll be joining me today. So hold on one second. Give me a minute, please. Great, guys. I'm super psyched to talk about camps today. We're going to cover everything, all of it, in person, online, all the different options. Hey, Jillian.
Hey,
What's up?
nothing much. Ready to talk camps.
Ready to talk camps. So, guys, we have camps that start at the end of June and run all the way through August. These are 3, 4, and 5-day programs. So something for everyone. We have all skill level and advanced programs, and one program that does require a video audition. But if you're already on our advanced student list, you're automatically invited. If you're a musical theater singer and you're on our advanced musical theater list, you are invited. So first of all, thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, you can literally just type it into the chat here, and we will answer any questions we may get. But first, I'm going to talk about, the first camp that we have starting June 28th. So we are offering this camp online. It's called Broadway Bootcamp. It's taught by amazing Broadway artists and music directors, and it ends in a showcase. The online one ends in a showcase for family and friends. In studio, we may be able to have family and friends join us in the studio for the showcase, but it just depends on what the COVID rules are by the time we get to the end of June, early July. That camp runs Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. Eastern time. But we do have options for people who live in California as well, so stay tuned. But that camp is for ages 8 to 19. We will group you by age. And it goes from Monday, June 28th to either Thursday, July 1st or Friday, July 2nd, depending on what you want. Because, Jillian, we figured that that was the 4th of July weekend. And
Yeah, so decide not to join us on Friday. You just won't be a part of the showcase, but you'll still get to participate in all of the workshops and Q&As and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome. And of course, all of our programs, if they're musical theater, they're all taught by fabulous Broadway artists, music directors, and some of the programs have agents and managers there, and even Broadway casting directors, and a special Broadway star will zoom in. So for this one, we'll have a Broadway star zoom in for the Q&A. Jillian, do we know who our June Q&A is with quite yet or not yet?
One is with, I believe, Michael Lee Brown. I can just
Or is
check.
that the July one? I have the July one as Michael Lee Brown doing boot camp. Online is Michael Lee. And so I'll just tell you the next camp option that we have for Broadway Boot Camp is July 26th through 30. And that camp again meets from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 12:45 Eastern each day, grouped by ages 8 to 19, Monday, July 26th through Friday, July 30th. Now, keep in mind that that is being taught by Broadway star Lauren Elder. She was in Sideshow on Broadway. She's amazing. She was in Hair. She's just been in a lot of awesome shows, and she's a wonderful instructor. And then Broadway star Michael Lee Brown, who plays Evan Hansen, he's been with the show since the very beginning, like with Ben Platt. And he was his alternate. So in other words, there were certain performances where Ben needed a break. Like he would maybe do he would take like a rest twice a week. So when he would take a rest, Michael Lee would be the Evan Hansen. So we actually took our campers one year to see it, and we got to see Michael, which was super, super cool. So that camp is led by, Broadway star Lauren Elder and a fabulous Broadway music director, and Michael Lee will be joining us for a little Q&A that week. But you get to work, you have private lessons in our online camps, you have group workshops in our online camps, and then you have your final showcase at the end of the week. So it's pretty awesome. I don't want to just, if somebody has a question, why don't you chat it up here? We don't have any questions yet, or you can simply just send it to us. Do you see any questions?
Add that for that first boot camp, Morgan Weed's going to be the instructor. She was in American Psycho on Broadway and The Greatest Showman. And then the Q&A is with Alex Boniello, another Dear Evan Hansen alum, and also Spring Awakening and one of the producers of Hadestown.
Yes, he won the Tony for that. So we love our Dear Evan Hansen people. In fact, on Sunday, June 6th, we have a really awesome class. It's a Steals and Deals class. It's only $35 and 2 hours long with 3 stars from Evan Hansen. One of them is Michael Lee Brown. He'll teach a Sincerely Me movement class from the show. If you know that song, Sincerely Me. Then Alex and Taylor Trench, who was Evan Hansen as well, will Zoom in for a really fun Q&A. So that's just an awesome class, and it's only $35. So how can you go wrong? Sunday, June 6th from 4:30 to 6:30. Join us there. So basically, we need to update our website with this online Broadway Bootcamp June stuff. But
yeah, no, John just got it this morning, so that's why it's not.
Gotcha. So then, guys, we have a 3-day program that's new for this summer. It's a voiceover, sitcom acting, and a casting director camp. So a casting director comes in the last day to work with you. This is great for singers and non-singers. And it meets online July 7th through 9. Great for California time zone people because it's 1 to 4:15 p.m. So East Coast, well, it's 1 to 4:15 p.m. Eastern time, which means it's 10 a.m. start time on the West Coast. But that is going to be amazing. So basically the first day we're going to work with major voiceover artist and coach Amy Marks, who's going to teach us voiceover technique. Then the second day we're going to do sitcom acting with Sean Patrick Doyle, who, by the way, is hilarious. And he's not only a wonderful Broadway performer who was in Kinky Boots and La Cage aux Folles, and he was nominated for a Lucille Lortel Award for the amazing off-Broadway production of the Jerry Springer opera, whatever that was called. And he was in the movie The Sitter. So if you've seen that movie with Jonah Hill and Sam Rockwell, he's like hysterical in that film. So he's been in a lot of awesome things. And Sean Patrick will be teaching sitcom acting, and he is just great at that. And then on the last day, we have a Broadway / screen casting director, Mary Sugarman, will be joining us of Tara Rubin Casting. So you can perform either 2 contrasting monologues for her if you're not a singer, or if you want 1 song cut, 1 monologue, or you can perform 2 song cuts. It's all up to you. So that's going to be super, super amazing. And that's online July 7th through 9 from 1 to 4:15 p.m. Jillian, so then we have character camp. We have our online character camp session. This is an amazing straight acting program, guys. It's a great way to build a really strong foundation as an actor. And that works well for West Coast people too, because it starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time and ends at 4:15 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, July 12th through July 16. And again, grouped by age, ages 8 to 19. So Jillian, you want to tell us what we get? What's so awesome about character camp?
Well, what's really fun about character camp is you get to try out all the different types of straight acting. So we work on voiceover, we do commercials, we do on camera, not only dramatic stuff, but comedic stuff and focusing on film and TV. And then we also take workshops in different types of acting technique. So you'll learn different schools of acting that can help inform your performance kind of anywhere. We do monologue work and more stage acting. And we also do a workshop where everyone gets to write their own material and learn about devising and a little bit of creating your own content.
Which is so important today, creating your own content, because that's what everybody's doing on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. People are, and that's how a lot of actors, as we all know, get their start. So creating your own content is a really important thing that we will teach an entire workshop on that one of those days. Now, we also will have, as part of the tuition, you get a free 45-minute one-on-one session, a monologue study session with your main director, who is a Broadway and on camera and a voiceover artist. We will also cover voiceover as well throughout the week. So we're pretty much capturing all the bases here. But basically, you have a lesson to work on a monologue and really break it down beat by beat with your fabulous director for the week, who's going to be a Broadway and on-camera voiceover artist. So I'm super excited about that. That session, we have a July session online, but we also have an August session online if you don't want to travel to New York, August 16th through 20. Now, keep in mind, we're offering that camp in person as well, August 16th through 20. And that's going to be slightly different than the online version because it's a much longer day. When we do in-person camps, you can be with us from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. or sometimes till 4:30 p.m. daily. So it's a real camp experience, and it's a much longer day where we can, I'm not going to keep people on Zoom for 8 hours or 7 hours a day. That would be outrageous, and we're all sick of that. So that's why the online camps are shorter, but they're still really sweet. But the in-person camps are longer. So in our in-person character camp, let's just go over what we get to do in that amazing straight acting program. So let me grab you the exact description for in studio. So yes, we'll work on sitcom acting, dramatic TV, film acting. We'll work on voiceovers, but we'll also work on Shakespeare. We'll work on physicality exercise. We'll do physicality exercises and workshops, which is so important because how you hold yourself is one of the most important things that clues us into what kind of person you are when you're portraying a character. Your physicality is very important. We also will cover dialect coaching. So you'll learn how to speak like you're from New York or the Midwest or even the UK, the United Kingdom. So that's really cool. And then we're going to do a final showcase in all of our camps, but there's an awesome final showcase for family and friends online, and in person. We hope to have people again come to the studio for a showcase. If not, we'll be live streaming it or sending you a video of the showcase. Let's see here. Hold on one sec. So Jillian, this is just going to be informative for folks who even want to watch it later on. The pre-professional program. Now this one of my favorite camps, it is an advanced musical theater intensive for people who really are serious about musical theater and learning the technique and honing their skills, and they really should have some background already in this. So our pre-professional programs meet both online and in person this summer. The in-person senior pre-professional program for ages 12 through 19 requires a little video audition. Unless you've been invited to our advanced musical theater programs in the past, you would need to submit a little 32-bar cut sung a cappella. What we're looking for is really great pitch, but also great acting through song. So how do you tell a story through song? And take me on that emotional journey. So the in-person one is August 9th through 13th in Manhattan, very conveniently located. All of our classes are at Next Gen Studios in the city. So they're literally one block from Penn Station, where they have tons of subway lines. And even if you go to Port Authority, if you're from Jersey and then you want to just walk down a few blocks, you could do that as well. So that's really super convenient. And that used to be called Pearl Studios. For those of you that were familiar with Pearl, it is now just has a new name called Next Gen Studios. So in any event, the pre-professional program is wonderful. You work with amazing Broadway artists, Broadway music directors, and it ends in a showcase for agents and managers. Like I said, the online ones don't require an audition, but the in-person senior one does. The junior one, which is ages 7 to 11, it's also in person, August 9 to 13. You don't need to audition for that. You just need to be serious about your work and show some potential as like potentially even a professional performer. And that's just to push you a little harder. And in the online version, Jillian, what do you get that you don't get in the in-person?
There's a casting director workshop with a Broadway casting director. I know for our August session, I believe, the July session, we're going to have Mary Sugarman there. We're still working on confirming our guest for August, but it's essentially a 3-hour workshop with your small group, which is super cool to workshop a song cut and get feedback and coaching. And we end with a Q&A as well.
And also we get private lessons when we do the online version. We get private lessons. So you get your group master classes, you have rehearsals, and you have private lessons that are outside of normal camp hours. So there's 3 private lessons that you get in the pre-professional program if you do the online version. And the in-person one, we're going to have privates too. But in this, okay, so what in the online pre-pro program, what are the lessons that we get?
So there are 2 45-minute lessons. One's going to be with your Broadway director to work on your acting for your monologue, as well as a little bit of song interpretation. And then you'll have a voice lesson, also 45 minutes, with a professional music director who will go over the cut that you'll be assigned that week. That's going to be specifically picked for you based on your, range and personality. So you'll have like a voice lesson with them to really nail the vocals. And then you get 15 minutes with a professional choreographer and dancer who will, kind of help you learn a quick dance combo and get a little bit of feedback on that.
Right. So you get 3 lessons included in the online pre-professional program. And then in the in-person pre-professional program, the way we do it is we'll take you, while a master class is happening, we'll take the students out for a few minutes for private lessons with their main Broadway director and their main music director for the week. And then we'll work on what you will be presenting in your final showcase. Now, these programs do end in a showcase for scouting, talent, agents, and managers. And many of our former campers at this pre-professional program have been discovered at this very program. So, for example, Charlie Tassone, who then made it to Broadway. Was that in a class? That might have been in a weekly class.
No, that was camp.
That
Charlie.
was at camp?
Yeah.
That was at the pre-pro camp. So Charlie Tizone of Frozen, she was on Broadway in Frozen. She made it to Broadway because she did that camp and got representation at our showcase. We also had Noelle Hogan, who was in Fun Home and lots of other things. She also met her rep there. Christian Musto met his rep there. And then he went on to be in The Lightning Thief. And so many people met their talent reps there. Soren Miller met his talent rep, and then he wound up on the Matilda tour. So like so many people met their agent or manager at that particular showcase, and then they wound up booking professional jobs, which is super cool. So I love that about this camp. You have private lessons, group workshops, all taught by amazing Broadway artists, and it ends in that showcase. So let's go back now to the I didn't mention that we have our 3-day voiceover sitcom and casting director program. Not only do we have an online version of that, July 7th through 9, we also have an in-person version of that, July 21 through 23 in Manhattan at Next Gen Studios. So what is included in the in-person one? Well, essentially, it's the same sort of idea. Jillian, have we secured all of our teachers for that one yet?
We only have secured Morgan Weed will be teaching the sitcom day, but we're still finalizing the other two.
And Morgan Weed, just so you guys know, yes, she was in the film The Greatest Showman. Yes, she's been on Broadway in American Psycho. And she was supposed to be in the Britney Spears musical. That kind of got, because of COVID, it kind of got pushed off. I hope that comes back. But she's been on a million TV shows and in a million films. She was even the lead of a TV show, a sitcom. She has been on like The Good Wife, there's all those good shows. I can't remember which ones exactly, but she's been in a million TV shows. So she's fabulous and hysterical. And she's just all around well-rounded performer and lovely, awesome energy. All of our teachers have awesome energy. So that's something good to know. They're all really, really kind. So another thing that I will mention is we've talked about our Broadway bootcamp sessions, which are great for all skill levels and even for advanced students. It's a great way to hone your musical theater chops in a fun, safe, and supportive environment with Broadway artists and music directors. Everything ends in a showcase. We talked about the 3-day programs that we have. Character camp, we've spoken about the online and the in-person and how they differ a little bit, but take a look at the descriptions on our website so you can see where they differ and which one you'd prefer to enroll in. Online Broadway All-Stars, also new for 2021. Each day you work with a different Broadway star, and at the end you get to do a showcase for loved ones, and we invite a few agents and managers to attend that final showcase as well. So that is Monday through Friday, July 12 through 16. Great for any time zone because it's from 1 to 4:15 p.m. Eastern. And again, you're going to get to work on 32 bar cuts. You're going to work on scene study, Broadway dance call, meaning like a Broadway, what you'd find at a Broadway audition dance call. And then there's the final showcase for the family, friends, and the 2 talent reps. So that's going to be awesome. And online casting director camp is another camp that I highly recommend. This is August 2 through 6. If you don't want to travel to New York City, you can do this camp and work on sitcom acting, dramatic TV film acting, voiceover, and commercials. So we cover all the bases in this non-musical theater camp with casting directors from both New York and LA. So each day a different person will zoom in. One day it might be a New York casting director. The next day it'll be an LA person, on and off like that for the 5 days. And on the last day, we do a showcase for loved ones, and we invite 2 talent reps to that final showcase as well. So I love that camp. We did it last summer. It was hugely successful. Of course, we'll have all new material for you this year. And of course, we always do that. So we've talked about the pre-professional programs, both online and in person, character camp, casting director camp, Broadway All-Stars, the 3-day program. And don't want to forget that we have LA casting director Lisa London flying here for an in-person on-camera intensive August 2 through 6. So if you don't want to leave home August 2 through 6, you could do the online casting director camp. Or if you want to come join us in the city here in New York, then you would do Lisa London's camp. Now, Lisa has cast, literally, Jillian, 7 films throughout the pandemic, which is unheard of. And they've shot in all sorts of cities all across the United States and even overseas. So she's cast actors from all over the US for these film projects. She's awesome. We've had her with us many, many times in person doing these camps. They're always a huge success, super fun. She's won many casting awards. So work with this award-winning LA casting director who owns her own casting office called London Stroud in LA. So she's coming here. And by the way, guys, if you can't make it for a full week, she is teaching a masterclass on Wednesday, August 4th after camp is over at 4:30 p.m. I think it starts. And that is for ages 16 and up. So adults are welcome to that one as well. Also, we have Broadway's Christy Altamar joining us in person on August 11th for a song interpretation / audition technique masterclass, which we're super psyched. And we'll be adding more one-day masterclasses for the summer really soon. We also have a headshot day in Central Park. That's August 8th for only $155. You can get new photos. It's pretty awesome deal. So let's talk about now, we've talked about a lot of our programs, Jillian, but I think there's one that I am missing. We talked about In-Studio Character Camp, the acting program. We've talked about it.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about all our camps.
We've covered them all.
That's crazy. So if anybody has any questions, yes, we can help with hotel deals. Yes, we can help with payment plans for any program. And some of these camps, guys, have already filled up and we had to open new sessions. So for example, the pre-professional program, we had to open 2 new sessions of that. Character camp, we opened another session of that. Broadway Bootcamp, we opened another session of that. The in-person camps seem to be what people really want this year because they're just so excited to get back to in-person. And, you know, but of course, if you're not from New York and you don't want to fly here and spend a week here, doing the online program makes a ton of sense because you get amazing instruction. Of course, the day is shorter, like I said before, but that means it's less expensive. But the classrooms are really small. We should talk about the classroom size for the online camps. 12, in many camps, it's just 12. And in a few camps, it's 14, but you get to be paired up with scene partners. So you're working with somebody. And most of these camps are 3 hours and 15 minutes tops. Of course, you'll have a break or 2 breaks, like for a bathroom and to eat something. And then we have the in-person camps, as I mentioned, are longer days, so we can accept more students. But the online camps are 12 or 14 in many of these programs. What else can we tell people about our camps, Jillian?
Well, you mentioned hotel deals. If anyone's interested, it is the Staybridge. Sorry.
Oh, did you break up or
my screen?
did you?
I don't know what happened.
It's called
anyway.
It's called doing a live.
Yeah, this is my first live. So, but the Staybridge Suites in Times Square is the hotel that offers our families a discount. It's 15% off the best available rate. And we can send you the information once you get signed up. Just send us an email and we can get you the code and link and everything. We do also have early drop-off and late pickup options that we'll be providing if you do, especially parents who work in the city. I know it's a big concern. We will have a counselor who can, hang out with your student for some like self-guided activities. They can bring a book or color or play a video game, but we'll be there to kind of watch them for that extra time if you need it to kind of fit better with your commute.
Yes, definitely. That late pickup and early drop-off option is really, really helpful to so many people. And again, we're located 1 block from Penn Station where so many subways, land, and also the train from Long Island. And if you want to spend the week with us in New York, we'd love to have you. We are walking distance from the studio. So what used to be called Pearl Studios has now rebranded and they're called Next Gen Studios, but that's where we will be, 519 8th Avenue all summer long. And so if anybody has a last minute question, I'm not really seeing any so much. It's pretty self-explanatory stuff. Is the Mary Sugarman, oh, hi, Matthew Lamb. Hi, Matthew. Yes, we love you, Matthew. We miss you. Do we work on songs in that one? So Mary is coming in for various programs this summer. So in the 3-day voiceover sitcom and casting director camp that's online July 7th through 9, you can choose, Matthew, to sing 2 song cuts, contrasting, 2 32-bar cuts, one of this, one of that, right? Like maybe a ballad and an up-tempo. Or you can choose to perform a 1-minute monologue and a 32-bar cut, or 2 contrasting monologues. So it's really up to you guys. And then the other camp that Mary will be at includes, Jillian, what's the other one that I'm missing here?
It's the pre-professional program in July. And for that one, she's just doing song interpretation, musical theater audition technique.
Yes. So come visit us, Matthew. We miss seeing you. Also, I will mention that we have a lot of the wonderful folks already, on our website as to who is teaching the weeks, because I know that's always a question for people. So you can always see like who the Broadway star is that's teaching for the week, or who the various stars are going to be. For example, Gray Henson, who is a Tony nominee. He was in Mean Girls. He was in the Book of Mormon. He's going to be doing our Q&A at the online summer pre-professional program this July 19 through 23. So we literally, and James Lee O'Ryan will be the main Broadway director for the week. And he starred in Annie on Broadway. He was Rooster, but he was also in Les Mis and Peter Pan, and he's a huge on-camera actor. He literally is right now in Los Angeles working, just doing tons of on-camera stuff. He's a fabulous actor and a wonderful instructor. So there's so many cool people that are teaching. So many cool people are zooming in and out.
So we're like getting all of those booked. So you can keep checking back if you don't see someone for a class just yet.
Yes. So let's see what else. Thank you, Matthew, for that question. If you're still here, I hope you are. People can zoom in and out as they wish. Anybody else have any questions about our camps? Please don't be shy. We don't mind if you ask, yes, we love Morgan Weed. Yes, Matthew, we do too. Yes, we do too. So we love all of our teachers. They're all fab. And let's see, our teen, any teen camps for drama, Photo Buffer asked. Yes, Character Camp is an amazing straight acting program. It's a dramatic arts program. And that program meets both online and in person. And these camps, just so you know, in some cases, they go up to age 20. In most cases, they go up to age 19. That one goes up to age 19. And you will be separated between, the ages will be younger kids in one Zoom room, or if it's in person in one room over here, older kids, teenagers in another room. So yes, indeed, we have every camp that we offer is for teenagers. And the other dramatic arts program I recommend is the online casting director program, where each day you work with a different New York or LA casting director on sitcom acting, dramatic TV film, voiceover, and commercials. And that meets online August 2 through 6 from 1 to 4:15 p.m. Eastern. And that is a non-musical theater program. The other non-musical theater program is the 3-day voiceover sitcom and casting director program. You can do it online July 7 through 9 or in person July 21 through 23. And if you're not a singer, don't sing for the casting director who comes in on the last day. Perform 2 monologues. So we're working on voiceover acting, sitcom TV acting, which is comedic acting for the camera, and you can perform monologues or song cuts for the casting director on the final day. So those, I think, are the main non-musical theater programs. And the LA casting director, Lisa London's on Camera Week. She'll also be joined by another professional actor who will teach other skills other than, Lisa will direct your scenes, and she will show you what she likes to see in auditions, and she'll have you compare and contrast real life auditions that she's done and have you guys look at 2 amazing auditions and compare them. Why is this one stronger? Why is this one a little bit weaker? So she does some really cool things. She also uses playback as a function to teach you, so you can see what you're doing right and you can see where you can improve. And when you're not working with Lisa, you're working with another professional actor on voiceover, on improv, which is so important for on-camera auditions. You're going to work on improv, you're going to work on voiceover, you're going to work on acting techniques that you can use in your own work, like Meisner and Bogart's viewpoints, acting 101 exercises. So while you're not with Lisa, you'll be doing other straight acting, dramatic acting things with Ariel
Golden, yeah.
Golden. So that's going to be awesome. She's a professional on camera and voiceover performer, so you can't get any better than that. So I'm excited about that. So join us for that camp in person, August 2 through 6. Any other questions? Let's see here. I don't think so, but if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them.
And if you think of anything later, we are always answer phone and email. I'm typically the one who picks up the phone. I think our phone number is on our Instagram page, as well as email. So you can reach out with anything that comes to mind after the live ends.
And we have a question here. Hello, are there any camps that help with preparing a monologue or preparing for showcases in front of agents? Yes, yes. So in our online casting director camp, we're not going to specifically work on a monologue, but we are going to have a showcase for agents, managers, and family and friends at the end of the week. In the casting director camp, there are no agents and managers at that camp, but you will work on a monologue. And if you do it online, you get a private one-on-one session to work on monologue work. Now, I will mention in the LA casting director, Lisa London's program, we will work on some monologues as well. And you will get in front of Lisa London, who's a major LA casting director who has lots of connections in the business. And she has often introduced students to agents and managers when she thinks they're ready for rep. If you do our pre-professional summer program, if you're a musical theater actor, we will definitely work on monologues. And in your final showcase, you will present for a bunch of scouting agents and managers a monologue, but also a song cut. So you get to perform both. So hopefully that answers your question. So the pre-professional, but I don't know if are you a musical theater actor, John B. Concepcion? If you're not a musical theater actor, then that wouldn't be the program for you. But if you are, monologues will be presented to agents and managers at the end of the week, but you will also sing for the agents and managers as well. Let's see. The other program that I would recommend is the 3-day voiceover sitcom and casting director program, because you get to work on a monologue. And you get to perform either two monologues for the casting director on the final day and work with them on breaking down the monologue beat by beat. And of course, you're getting in front of, again, a top casting director who can refer you to agents and managers, for sure. That has happened many, many times. In fact, Kira Lee Berger, who is on a Netflix show called Country Comfort, she did a one-day workshop with us with an LA casting director. This casting director loved her, referred her to her agent at John Buckwald and Associates, where I used to work when I was like in my 20s. And she is now on like some hit TV. She's on many hit TV shows, but currently that's the main one that she's on. So Country Comfort on Netflix, go check it out. We have 2 students in that, Kira Lee Berger and Jamie Martin Mann. So any other questions? I'm sure we're trying to get it all in there. Thank you so much, John B. Concepcion. I hope to see you this summer at one of the programs. And you can always guys, I will mention, we have an agent showcase for 20 scouting agents and managers in the evening of June 22nd, which is a Tuesday, after school in the evening. It starts at 7 p.m. And you can perform for 20 agents and managers who are all looking for new clients. Some of these LA are LA people, some are New York people. You're going to have a combo from both coasts. So hopefully you'll be able to join us at the Agent and Manager Showcase on June 22nd in the evening for 20 agents and managers. So if there's any last minute questions, I know someone just joined us, please type it up. We just talked about our camps, or you can watch this live any minute now. We will be sharing this to our IGTV page. So I'm excited about camps. Teachers are awesome. Everyone's awesome. Hey, Hannah Sash. And hopefully we will see you guys soon. Thanks, Jillian. See you soon.